Have you back. I am so excited. I have been working for 3 months to try to get to where I could stream PS2 games straight from the PS2. It looks like I've got it set. I am beside myself. Oh man, it's been a struggle. Like I had said a few months ago, I got to the point where I was pretty unfamiliar with computers, despite being the guy that people went to for quite some time when they had problems with their computer. Um, but I wouldn't say I'm back to really knowing what I'm doing just yet. But I have finally gotten to where we are streaming PS2 games. Just I so excited. You're gonna get tired of hearing me talking about it. All right, but here we've got Wizardry, Tale of Forsaken Land. Wonderful game. Oh man, is it an amazing game. But I do have a few warnings. One, there might be enough of a detachment from the game just watching it. Uh, when you're playing it, it's if you find yourself getting depressed, I know it's a little odd for a content creator to ask you to not watch their videos, but this game is so amazing, so well done that if you are like really into the story, really into the characters, you may find yourself kind of depressed throughout the game. Everybody I know who's played the game all the way through, I might add, maybe that's part of it. They have gotten very emotional, very sad, and I don't want that, especially for those who may find it a dangerous situation to be depressed over a game. It's not impossible. Like I said, if you're in that mindset, man, it happens. There's no judgment here whatsoever. I get it. Playing the game, yeah, I think I've gotten depressed each time I've only played it through all the way once. I've been wanting to play it all the way through again. I tend to stop when I start getting a little depressed. There's a reason why it can do that to you. I don't want to give any spoilers, but we will get there. If you continue with me down this road, at some point I'm going to oh, pardon the pun, but drop a bomb that's going to hit some of you fairly hard. Um, it's kind of a meta realization, and it's kind of painful for those who see it as a game and ignore any sort of real life connection. Hey, awesome. I mean, absolutely. I mean, more power to you. But like I said, you start feeling not so great. Watch some of my other videos or something. I'd be greatly appreciative. Um, while we're on the topic, you know the drill. Some like, comments, and subscribes would be absolutely wonderful. I'm just starting out still, but I've got a lot of plans, a lot of different types of videos I want to do. I really want to get to where I can do a lot of entertaining things that I think all of you would, well, maybe not all of you, that's that's really raising the bar way too high, but I believe most of you would really thoroughly enjoy. Um, so there'll be other videos. Don't don't stick with anything that's bringing you down. Okay, I don't care if it makes or breaks a happy life for me. Your health and safety is absolutely far more important than some videos I'm making. All right, please. Now, that out of the way, I also want to recommend. You'll see within the first video for sure. There is, in my opinion, an issue with lighting. There's some times where you're going to see some flashing lights or just suddenly a very bright white light, and during those times, I'm not a photosensitive person usually, but this game does cause me to get some headaches. I there's times I just don't feel right. I have to dim the lights on monitor, TV, whatever I'm playing on, and I need to play it in a bright room to make sure I don't get these headaches. Now, any anime fans, I'm sure you've seen animes where they tell you don't watch this in a dark room, stay away from the screen, all that. Absolutely, please do that. Stay away from the screen, dim the screen, watch in a brightly lit room. There again, your health and safety is of the utmost importance. Um, it's you'll see what I'm talking about. If it doesn't affect you, hey, awesome. It's the only game I have ever played that has caused me to have an issue, at least that I know of, and it gets me every time unless I take precautions. So, there again, that out of the way. We talked about the emotional meh about all this. We're gonna finally get into it. So, here we go. Oh man, and yeah, this game gets so great the further in you get. Like it's you'll see. I'm trying so hard not to throw out any spoilers, but I am so excited. Okay, yeah, we'll let it do its thing. Under the rule of a beautiful queen, the sacred town of Duhan enjoyed a long time of peace. However, big explosion. A sudden flash from above destroyed the land, and all was burned to ashes. The beauty of the castle and the town, once crowded with people, was now covered in snow. I kind of feel like that just going outside. One day, an adventurer set foot on this land. As the adventurer peered about the town of Dohan, there was an emptiness, a sadness. The adventurer began to roam the town, uneasy with heavy footsteps. Can't talk right. And the tale slowly unfolds. Alright. I tend to go with Elric from Elric of Melnibone, the Elric Saga, written by Michael Moorcock, a book that I strongly recommend, especially if you're a Lord of the Rings fan. I've found that a lot of people who I've gotten to read the Elric Saga, they tell me that they love the series. They thank me greatly for recommending it, but they find that it ruined Lord of the Rings a little bit because they felt that Lord of the Rings was missing something. It was kind of empty after the Elric Saga because the Elric Saga was so much more. Like, I've even had some people, one person in particular, say that they felt that the Elric Saga was Lord of the Rings done right. And this was somebody who was an absolute fan of Lord of the Rings. I don't know about all that. I'm a big fan of Lord of the Rings still. It didn't ruin Lord of the Rings for me, but yeah, I do prefer the Elric Saga over Lord of the Rings. Anyway, totally off the subject. Sorry, I am super excited. I am so seriously excited that I've got this working. Okay, so for D&D fans, this should be, and fans of old-fashioned dungeon crawlers like the other Wizardry games, which are nowhere near as great as this one. I apologize to anybody who worked on those other Wizardry games. Still fun games, but no, they don't stand up whatsoever. There's just, yeah. Anyway, so we got human, elf, dwarf, gnome, hobbit as our five races for us to choose from here. Very typical stuff. Yeah. We don't need to worry about that. Good, neutral, evil. There again, very standard. We're gonna go good just because why not? Even though Elric was not a good person. Now here we've got typical like dice roll mechanics. Here we've got 7 bonus points we can spend. We can spend 3 of them on power to start out as a warrior. We can use 6 of them on faith to become a priest, or 3 of them to become on wisdom to become a sorcerer. Now, as per typical dice rolling mechanics, you can re-roll the dice. You go back 1, hit good again, bam, we got 8 bonus points. Now, I don't expect to get lucky here. I'm not going to sit here an hour or two waiting for a 20 roll, but we're going to get more than 10 at least. Ooh, 13. Okay, so yeah, like I said, we're not hitting that 20. 13 is really good. I was going to show you just how difficult it is to really count on a high roll, but we were going to be lucky to find a 12, so I kind of have to go with this. I'm sorry. I love y'all. I do. But we got to go with what we got. Okay, that was probably a stupid way of doing it, but I'm going to try to balance out the character a little bit from the beginning to see what we can do with them throughout the game. I don't like that, but we're going with it anyway. Hopefully he kind of balances himself out. A cold wind ran through the demolished town of Duhan, and as the snow seemed to dance like white flowers in the wind, a ghost-like shadow faintly emerged. Hey, he kind of looks like Elric. Except his sword's not black. Good old Stormbringer. The black blade with runes carved in it. The Stealer of Souls. This Soul Stealer. Very interesting story. Love it. A man barely able to support his weakened body propped himself unsteadily on his sword. He looked as if he was wounded. Last night I heard a strange voice. A goddess of fate whispered to me that a savior shall arrive in this cursed land, and that person will end the chain of suffering for all eternity. So are you the one? I'm not sure whether this is a good thing or not. His sarcastic laugh resounded through the town of Duhan. I guess I could have done that more sarcastically, but do you really think you can gain what I have lost? If this is the case, I regret not dying before your arrival. I would have been able to die without that fecal goddess's notice. Very well, I assume my days are over. Follow me. I shall guide you to the tavern. You shall be able to find what you are looking for there. The white-haired swordsman disappeared like a puff of smoke. The swordsman said earlier that he'd be waiting at the tavern. So that's where we're going to go. Straight to the bar. So he seems to recognize us. This here Elric-looking guy. The people here shall welcome your presence. Since their losses in the flash, this place is flooded with people who are searching for what they have lost. It will be a challenging task because some are looking for their dreams and some are looking for their loved ones. But in any case, they are precious memories to each one of them. They have not been able to retrieve those things after the flash. It shall be your duty to fulfill their quests. So he's also talking to us like we don't know what's going on, which you'd kind of expect at the beginning of a game, but there again, he didn't ask us. And it's not really like he's assuming we don't know. It's like he knows we don't know anything at the moment. Kyo, help me conquer my fear. I will accept your quest, Kyo. Kyo Hitori, actually. A ninja quickly pushed his way through the crowd and approached you. The swordsman said that you are recruiting people for your party. If that is true, would you mind taking me to the labyrinth? He was polite, but under his hood was a sharp look in his eyes. He introduced himself as Kyo Hitori. Now, for you Fruits Basket fans out there, Kyo, of course, being the cat, and Hitori being the seahorse. I think we had a fan either, well, no, this game was 2001. I don't know when the books were originally written. So it might have been a possibility that the writer of Fruits Basket was a fan of this game instead of the other way around. Hard, hard to tell, and not sure they'd remember at this point. This game came out about the time of Final Fantasy X, and I really feel had people not had another game, not only to take away from their financial ability to find this game, and also their attention in general being pulled towards a game like Final Fantasy X, this game lost a lot of potential in every way. I feel that if this game hadn't had a competitive release with a game like Final Fantasy X, everybody would have, well, okay, maybe not everybody, a lot of people, almost everybody, would have been familiar with this game. Anyway, Kyo Hitori. We ninjas have grown up to live a different life than most people. We have trained our bodies and minds throughout our lives to defeat one enemy. Like, now I'm going to have one enemy from Circle of Dust stuck in my head. Good song, though. That enemy is fear. Fear changes people. Fear is the mind killer. I thought I had already accomplished that task. There should be no ninja who is frightened of fear. But I guess I never really met my true enemy. Kyo stopped talking. Although he did not show it in his expression, his subconscious brought back a dark recollection. I was no doubt a warrior until death appeared before me. I was lying on the ground, quietly awaiting death. My body was turning cold and darkness was nearing me. There was no feeling of ease, just darkness. It was the darkness of death that seemed to swallow everything. I feared for the first time in my life, if only my body moved. When I was miraculously rescued, I was no longer a warrior. I had turned into a coward. Hold on a moment. I'm going to turn down the volume on my phone. I thought I had done that. Trying to be professional here. I lost everything instantly. Kyo stopped talking. So how was he saved? Was he actually saved? We don't know. His reluctance kept his mouth tightly sealed. Tell me, bud. Please. Help me regain my pride as a ninja, the pride that I have lost. I just need another chance. I've never been much help to anyone, but I'm willing to do anything for that chance. Kyo has joined your party. Oh, it's Butterball! Not Butterball, Pixie Girl. Fairy Lady. The one from Peter Pan. A brief tip on his personality. Kyo Hitori, he has a strong sense of justice. He would be a dreaded opponent to anyone who goes against him. He also has the composure to be kind to those who are not hostile. So if you battle monsters that are friendly, you will be hurting him very deeply. Ricardo Autobahn. So you've accepted my quest? No, you accepted my quest. A warrior approached you. He started speaking without introducing himself. I want to know if trust is actually useful in an adventure. I know it's an odd quest, but it's important to me. His name is Ricardo Autobahn. Con! Wait, no. Wrong Ricardo. Oh, Ricardo Dorothy's? We'll call him Ricardo Autobahn. He mentioned that he has been as far down the labyrinth as the third floor. But when we start out the game, he's so weak, it's hard to get him to live through the first floor. So I'm not buying it. I'd call it a spoiler, maybe, but really, you're gonna see. It's just start of the game, man. You're not gonna make it down to the third floor your first time in the freaking labyrinth. It'd be kind of boring if you could. I used to be in another team before. That's where I learned that people work individually after all. They wouldn't help if you screwed up. If you lost your life, they'd probably just say you didn't have enough ability. Jerks. Ricardo looked uncertain. He continued to talk with a wry grin. It was on this one mission. One of our party members was caught by a monster. I hit the button 3 times now. There we go. I hurried to help him. He was one of the guys I got to know pretty well. Really well, if you know what I mean. I couldn't just let the darn beast eat my friend. The guy lived, but I didn't. Oh, Ricardo stopped talking and smiled weakly. My careless actions caused the failure of our mission, so I was let go. Like a fart. The team leader told me that trust ain't worth crap. He said a naughty word. Oh. But I don't think so. That swordsman said that you are different. So I have a favor to ask you. Show me if trust is really useful in battle. If you're the kind of leader I have been looking for, I'm willing to sacrifice myself. Anything. Anything. Ricardo has joined your party. I don't have problems. You have problems. A brief tip on his personality. Ricardo Autobahn. He is full of kindness. He values camaraderie more than thrills from adventure or battle. You will lose his trust if you act in a way that values your selfishness more than your comrade's life. And, you know, a lot of this doesn't totally make sense at first, but why would it? It'd be kind of weird if it did. But it's a very straightforward game. You learn it all very quickly. You'll see. Let's go to the lodge and meet Sarah. I've been wanting to play this for forever. Innkeeper, hello, take care. Haven't seen you before. Are you in town to look for the secret treasures of the labyrinth? Did you say hello? No, I said hello, but that's close enough. I have an interest in the labyrinth. I don't have a reason. You're strange. After the flash, the town and people were a mess. This town has no trace of the beauty it once had. You have no power over me. So, we got Sarah, right? And it's a labyrinth, right? You kinda gotta, at least a couple here and there. So what would you be doing here? If you're stupid enough to risk your life, you're definitely in the right place. Thank you. The labyrinth is the perfect battlefield. I personally don't think it's worth it. But I'm going anyway. The priestess looked uncertain. She disliked the labyrinth. I don't see anything wrong if you're just a passerby. If curiosity leads you into the labyrinth, I would recommend returning to town when it gets dangerous. Sleep will prevent you from getting ill. It is the best way to heal your body. Sleep will also help you to develop attributes. A famous sorcerer once said, "We develop while we sleep because we meet with God in our dreams." It's an interesting thought, but I think we would remember if we met God, even if it was in our dreams and we told us just ourselves it just wasn't what really happened. We'd still remember. In any case, I wish you luck. I wish you luck. Alright, so anyway, did all that crap. Now we go to town. Oh, we are so going to town. Vigor's shop, and where we met Rui. Rui? What was that? School by Rock? Something like that. With Rui. Or, kinda close. Rue from Whitecross. Rue Battle. Good one. A customer is already inside the shop. There is some commotion going on. Young lady, that's Rui. Only 10G for this shield? You just said this one is magical. Oh, girl, when I'm with you, everything is magical. Shopkeeper. Oh, yeah! It was appraised as being magical, and a darn good shield, too. Young lady. Then it should be worth at least 1,000. Nah, 5,000. Firm. Ah, don't be such an amateur about it. Rui. You know the rules when it comes... Oh, when it's not appraised beforehand? You've always known that anything unappraised is a straight 10G. I'm not saying that one. You con artist. You're just taking advantage of the situation. Just because you're the only one who can appraise and lift curses. Forget it. Sorry for the trouble. She turned her back towards the shopkeeper after waving her hand with all fingers up, not just one. Oh, you were watching. I'm so embarrassed. He's a real greedy scumbag. What a difference from his wife, who will make magic stones for free. If I only knew a bishop. I've got a bishop. Moving on. Then I wouldn't have to go through this trouble. Let me just give you a word of advice. You're going to need money to spend at this shop. Wait, whoa. I'm going to have to spend money at a shop? That's just weird. Rui sighed and left the shop. Okay, I realize the sarcasm might actually sound like I'm complaining about the game. I love this game. Like, everybody needed to witness this game, at least to a certain degree. I don't mean to make fun of it. I mean, maybe little aspects of it here or there, but I mean, like, really 100% love for this game. So, if you're watching it because you already know the game and already love the game, don't get me wrong, not making fun of it as a, oh my god, what's going on with this crap kind of thing. Alright, so let's go ahead and buy Gauntlet. We can play Gauntlet. I can use this setup to play GameCube games. We can play Gauntlet Dark Legacy. Oh, we're gonna have to do that at some point. Alright. Oh, I see what I'm doing here. I got there. Gauntlet. Oh, you know what? What about helmet? Nope, also one defense. Alright. So we'll do this here. Gauntlet then. We're gonna give that to... He's definitely the most likely to die, so... Alright, we're ready to hit up the labyrinth. Get this party started. Meow. Yeah, we're there. It's Costa. Guardian Orc. Master, they's here. Uno, dos, tres. There be 3 of them. The cat heard me meow and he came to see what was up. Oh, go away, kitty. Not right now. I love you. Anyway, there be 3 of them. Yes, we did that part. Oh, hey, it's the Elric looking guy again. So you've finally come with the ones you've met. 3 is a mystic and superior number. Since ancient times, it has signified a new beginning. Even if one of you is powerless, you will be able to overcome many difficulties with a combined effort. But you will need trust for that. Without trust, even the strong won't stand a chance to live. It is not something that you can develop overnight. Only time and hardships together can create trust among you. Now, the swordman stopped talking. He looked fixedly at your party with his piercing blue eyes as if he was trying to search for something. Oh. All right, the labyrinth is ready for you. I'll be waiting ahead inside. Don't you dare die on me before you reach me. Hee hee. I Costa. I's be waiting too. I see you later. What a strange guy. There shouldn't be any qualifications needed for getting inside the labyrinth, especially since the queen is encouraging people to go there. In any case, he doesn't seem like a bad fella. It may turn out to be fun after all. You may be right, but we need to build a good reputation first. Once we have a good reputation, others will want to join us. And then, that should help us more with our adventure. There's no need to rush things now. Besides, there is some truth in what he said. You're going to have to enter the labyrinth either way, anyway. we don't. Why don't we just hear him out for a while? Sure, I guess we could. Okay, let's get going. Sorry. I'm still just beside myself happy I got this thing working. Now I'm going to be bouncing off the walls for a couple of days with this one. 3 months I've been trying to get this set up to work. Darn it, that darn hobbit. Crap. I'm going to strangle him. I don't have any problem with cussing personally. Like, I kind of get that, there's like maybe 3% of the people who have a serious problem with certain words, phrases, whatever. And I get you. It's not that I don't care. I believe that offending people is a good thing. That sounds really horrible. I've got the same viewpoint as George Carlin on that one. Being offended is a good thing. It makes you think. Being offended doesn't mean you're right, but it means that you feel passionately about something. Most people think that means they're right. Typically, they're not. But that's a conversation for a non-game day. But in general, it's not that I'm not saying these words because I've got a problem with them. I don't know exactly how strict Twitch is with their appropriate conduct kind of thing. I know that YouTube is a lot more lax, but that there's certain rules. You can't just string the F word over and over and over again. With Twitch, I'm starting out. I've got a lot of things I want to do. I want to get away from a really, really bad job with the worst boss in the world. Absolute scumbag, criminal type person. He's just so inhuman. I want to get away from that. And even if I do have to work a job, even if I'm not making money as a content provider, I still want to do what I can to make the world a happier place, preferably a better place. And if I were to say something that Twitch doesn't like and get banned, that's really going to push back everything I want to do. This is not a good time for me to lose any progress on what I'm trying to do with my content and ultimately the rest of my life. So I don't mean to be offensive to people who hate swear words, but I don't want to be offensive to those who feel that they need that in their content either. I'm just trying to play it safe at the moment while I'm building up what I want out of my channels, out of my videos, and out of my life. So, in the future, we'll visit that, but you get thousands of people on Twitch who are swearing right and left. The moment I do it, I'm gonna get banned. That's how life works. We all know that. We've all been there. See people do it all the time, and the moment you do it, then it's a problem. It sucks. It's not fair. That's how it works. I'm not screwing with it. Anyway, back at it. Sorry. This ain't no sword that can kill anything. It's just a plain sword. Kobolds are shouting at each other in the distance. What are we gonna do? We used all her money. Miss Virgo is going to kill us. The kobolds are approaching you. Aw, they're cute! Puppies! Little doggoos! What are you looking at? Out of my way, or else we'll eat you for breakfast. I do probably taste really great. Hi, tasty. Oh, I got it. Let's get money from these guys. Aw, you're a genius. The kobolds have attacked you. Aw, that's sweet. Oh, wait. Oh, wait. That's not sweet. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to upset you. Are they dancing? Cat is really convinced I'm talking to him now. That's kind of how I talk to the cat. Alright. So, beginning of the game, all we really have is normal attacks, so that's all I'm going to do. Oh my gosh. It wasn't too bad. And they all need 80 experience to go up another level, and bam! 80 experience. They can all go up a level. So awesome. Alright, come on. Finish loading here. Darn! We'll remember this. Next time we meet, you're not leaving alive. I'm remembering that. I'm gonna laugh when you don't leave alive. The kobolds running off with their tails between their legs. It's not a good place for them. Probably covered in crap now. Tinkerbell! That's her name. A brief lesson on leveling up. For those who reach the required experience, the status panel on the bottom of the screen will illuminate. When your status panel illuminates, try staying at the lodge. After you stay at the lodge, you should be able to notice that your characters have leveled up. Yeah! Okay, let's see how the buttons work here. It's been a long time since I played this. Been a long time since I played Wizardry. Gonna kill the spider ghost thingy thing. Oh, it's slimes. Slimy, 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 slimy. Okay, so we could run back into town, go up a level now, come back, we'll be stronger, it'll be easier. But I like to do what I can with each run down. Any game always had an issue with loading times. I love cartridge-based stuff because you don't wait 5 minutes for one area to load. It's exaggerated, obviously, but you get what I'm saying. Alright, ooh. Yeah, okay, so sometimes after battle you get a chest, it's got random stuff in there, sometimes you'll get weapons, armor. Now this, Slime's Goo, you can combine that with other creature drops throughout the game that, I mean, you'll see. Like, when you fight orcs, sometimes you get broken swords, which are not equipable weapons. You can either use them as a fire spell, or you can go back to town. The Rui was talking about how the keeper's wife makes magic stones. So say you have two broken swords, she can take those two and combine them into one magic stone. That particular magic stone, at least for us, I don't know if you can do for a different combination, we're going to turn those into a Kreda magic spell. It's a fire spell, and I tend to make sure everybody, not all the time, but I tend to make sure everybody's able to cast a particular spell before I level up spells. So if 5 people can learn Kreda, those 5 people are going to learn Kreda before I start really focusing on a sorceress who I want to really use Kreda exclusively. I mean, that'd be a little weird throughout the whole game just using Kreda. You can level up the spells. Your first one, of course, level 1. If you have 40 Kreda stones, you can use them all on one character and level up their Kreda spell up to level 40. That does increase the damage the spell does. It increases the accuracy of the spell. There's a lot of reasons to level up your spell stones, or your spells. But here we go. That's probably another slime goo, which I believe would work as a priest spell. Oh, a feel stone, which is a priest spell. I was hoping we could be able to use once we get Sarah in our. I mean, really, you're gonna see what's going on with it. It's weird. Like it was one of those things when I first played them. I was like, I'm not really gonna care for that, but it was somehow one of the more fun things that I experienced with this game. They need to stop attacking Elric. There's more people there. Oh no. Alright, we're gonna run back to town and heal everybody. Go up a level there. I don't have a transfer potion, do I? Transfer potion makes it so you can go straight back to town in an instant. But without one, we have to hoof it. So later on, we definitely want transfer spells to make it back, or transfer potions to make it back safely. Because, yeah, you're not going to want to climb all the way back up to level 1 from, like, level 9. That'd take forever. It'd be frustrating. Just ain't going to happen. Alright. Here. Lodgings. Welcome. Stay. Level up. Oh, not too bad. Everything went up at least 1. Great. Happy. There again, everything went up at least 1. Very, very happy. And wow. I don't think I've ever seen that go that well before. We will accept that. Man. That was great. It will not always be so great, unfortunately. Alright. Did I get any... I didn't get any, like, weapons or nothing, did I? No. Okay, can I make a spell? Yeah, I didn't read all that, but I know what we're doing here. Okay, so all I can do is Barrett's, a spell to inflict damage to one enemy. And it's on the priest side, but luckily Kyo can learn that. So he's going to. Because in this game, you get to see more and more undead characters, and the undead can only be killed by spells. So spells are very important in this game. Oops. And he's also going to learn Feel, because Feel heals characters. You definitely need that. So we're going to run in here. Feel Stone. Kyo has learned. Alright, we only have 254G. Can't do anything else. We're heading back to the labyrinth. Don't go that way. If she had gone that way, she would have gone straight to that castle. I realize I can't do accents either, but impressions perfectly well, and I'm okay with that. I think part of it is that I've never really cared to do impressions perfectly. That I've actually found it more fun to not do so to the point where I just can't anymore. I'm okay with that. I apologize to anybody who gets upset or irritated by it. That is not my intention. I'm going to do impressions anyway and references. I'm just not going to do them perfectly well. Sorry, not sorry. But kind of sorry. Alright. Come on. Transfer potion. Yeah. Run up here, kill these orcs. Orc. Not an orc. That's a thief. Kill the thieves. It's a rogue. Dead. Might get thieves' blood from that joker. Yep. Got it. Oh, I did not. Chest plate. This early in the game, that's actually pretty awesome. Even if it does suck, I can still get money for it. There's the orc. I'm not sure about the 4 on their shields. Like, why? Why have 4 on their shields? There have been times it's kind of bothered me. I mean, there was 4 in that battle, but even if you're only facing 1, 2, 3, 5, 10, they still have 4s on their shields. Yo, sorry, but can you wait a moment? I'm ashamed to say, but my legs won't stop shaking. I almost lost my life just up ahead. I know it's all in the past, but I still can't seem to forget that fear. Are you sure you're still alive? Encourage him. Sorry to cause unnecessary worry. I'll shut up now. Don't worry about it. We're a team. Teamwork is dream work. Hey, Elric, don't you think we should go where Kyo almost died? Sure it was almost. If you keep avoiding that place, you'll never be able to recover from your fear of the past. So, Kyo, where is that place? In my heart. If we keep going straight ahead, there should be an altar in a snowy area. In front of that altar is where I was lying. But now I'm telling the truth. Got it. The snowy altar, right? Then what are we waiting for? We're waiting for Sarah. There's something engraved in the wall. Looks like writing, and this is what it says. Shut the freak up! To go to town easily, use a transfer potion. You'll be there instantly. The mighty warrior Odom. Odom! Oh gosh, what should I do? A priestess stood bored in the room. Oh dear. We should all fear. She's bored. Huh? You're the one. I am the one. Ha ha. We met at the lodge, right? Left. Are you here to get a pass also? I passed something, that's for sure. I just stopped by. Since the labyrinth is governed by the royal family, you won't be able to go down the labyrinth without a pass. I was pretty sure this is the room to get a pass. I've been waiting for a while, but nobody's shown up. What should I do now? The party members I hired just took their money and ran. That totally sucks, man. Looks like you don't have a priest with you. Pretty dumb. How about a deal? If you allow me in your party, I think we'll both benefit from each other. Please join our party. I'm relieved that you all seem like really nice people. You're going to learn otherwise. That's not a spoiler. I just think I'm funny, even though I also know that I'm not. Okay. Okay. We've got a deal. I'm Sarah McDuff. Sarah McDuffman can't breathe. Oh no. Nice to meet you. She fought her way through the Goblin City. Sarah joined your party. Now we go back out here. Pork. Ah, porks. Alright. Oh, nice. They're friendly, so I leave. So you see those green flames that showed up? They'll show back up when we get to the main map here. That means that people are happy that I decided to not kill the friendly monsters. Oh, you're the slimy dudes. Yeah, so she's got a throwing knife, so she can attack from the back row, but she's really not doing much of anything. At least not yet. She does her own thing. She helps us stay alive. She occasionally uses a spell that manages to help out at least a little bit. I wonder if we could just do Ricardo's thing first. So then we got a shield too. Okay, so there's some bones laying here at our feet. So we inspect them. Brhaha! You people have fallen for my bait. Ah, master. That is some master bait there. Good job. That's terrible. The monsters have suddenly hit you. Yay. Oh, hit me harder, Daddy. Alright, attack. How many? Oh, he can only use one spell. Oh, stupid beginning of the game. Do that. What about you? What do you got? What do you got? Feel and barrettes, huh? Well, let's make sure Ricardo doesn't die. Alright. Oof. It's a climb. It's a lot of grinding to really get anywhere with experience and all that, but you can level up a lot of spells in the process when grinding, so it's still not a bad idea. There's a shielder. You got a small steel shield. The name of the person it belonged to is engraved in the shield. Scott Bain, the Wolf of Gascogny. The Wolf of Cologne. Those thieves must have killed him. Hold on. Can I take a look at that shield? Ricardo held the shield and gazed at the engraved name. Ricardo approached the dead body and crouched down. He examined the body to look for something. I thought so. That dead body, he was the leader of the team I used to be with. I had no idea he was dead. He wasn't somebody who had gotten himself killed easily. Easily got killed. That's sad that he doesn't have somebody. That's sad that he doesn't even have someone to claim his body, especially when it's this close to town. I can talk! What a pity. I really wanted to confront him, because he was the one who kicked me out. But it's strange how nothing will come out of my mouth now that he's right in front of me. I mean, he's dead, just a bunch of bones, but, you know, he could still say something. I guess it could maybe help you, but it's not like he knows what you're saying anymore. Darn! And I wanted to teach him a lesson one of these days. Sorry, you guys involved. Well, bye forever. Alright, let's fill these in while we're here. Alright, let's go finish up Kyo's thing, because I want to go ahead and stop the stream at some point here soon, and I'll do some grinding off camera so that we can keep some momentum going and not do all that tedious stuff. I would imagine nobody wants to really see that. The only downside is every time you go down here, you've got great potential of experiencing a new, like a surprise random encounter of a NPC or something. I'd hate for you guys to miss that. But I know of a general good area I can run around and just do stupid stuff and not really risk running into any of that. That I need to sit on a different chair for a few minutes. I'm starting to hurt. But we're almost done with the Kyo bit. I'm gonna fight some slimes here. Oh, another gauntlet. Oh, I don't know what happened to that. Oh, there he is. I was gonna say, I saw a spider. Ooh, here we go. Starting to get into unlocking them chests. There's also some traps that are quick time event things. You gotta hit the right buttons in a very quick manner. I thought I had something behind me. Oh, Froggy! Well, I've got 4 people here. Let's see if I can keep Mr. Froggy alive long enough to get some more Mr. Froggies. No, 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 no. Good. You miss. Alright, we're gonna defend. Defend, defend. Attack. Yeah. Defend, defend, defend. Attack. Actually, you know what? We're gonna go ahead and cheat the game a little bit. Okay, so I selected a spell. So I selected a back row enemy, and you can kind of glitch the game a bit by, with that enemy selected, you back out, back out, back out, go to attack, it still has that enemy selected. So you can actually normal attack the back row if you do that, which is a minor glitch. We'll use that to speed things along a bit. Another Froggy! Toadie? The Wet Sprocket? Frog Stomp? All the above? Alright, let's go ahead and all out attack this frog. Okay, now it'll slightly wound. Oh, miss him altogether. Well, he missed me too. We'll call it a fair trade. supposed to call more froggies. We're not going to give you much time here. Alright, one more go. Please send out another frog. Please. Yeah! Alright, we're going to attack, 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 attack. Rakinichu. Ah. Uh-oh. Okay. Well, we all missed anyway. Send out another one. Send in the clones. Well, gotta level up for maybe everybody. But at least 2, if not 3. Yeah. 3 people get another level up with that. Seem to have a bit of a slowdown issue. Some lag, so to speak. That's fine. As long as I can still do those, I don't care how much lag I get. It's just gonna look funky. Alright, let's finish this quest. Ah, right, lag. I do need to... There we go. It's right here. I was lying here by the altar. This is where I died. Kyo walked slowly towards the altar. He gazed at the cracked and worn altar. Kyo's whispers were audible. I was frightened as the cold and fatigue numbed my senses, one by one. The sharp claws of death held me firmly as it tried to pull me into the darkness. I struggled. I desperately pursued the light in order to fend off the darkness. I tried to recall the bright memories I felt in my life, but I had nothing. I was always alone in my memories, not even a memory of a friend filling my mind with nostalgia, nor a loved one who warms my heart just by the thought of her. No, I had nothing. The only thoughts that existed were of despair and regret. I hear you, bud. Kyo lightly brushed the snow off the surface and walked back. Since then, I have been plagued with nightmares. I thought that if I returned to this darned place, my fear would return to haunt me. But in reality, it hasn't. All I see is a chunk of stone. Maybe I was wrong. Death cannot be overcome. It is a fate no one can escape. Then why are you here in front of me? Then trying to fight death may just be useless. For darkness is always buried within my heart. I'm afraid I've wasted your time. Yes, you have. No, it was a touching moment. I don't want to ruin it for him. He good guy. Okay, that was it for the chests in here. We can fill in all the... any monsters reappear if I come back in? I want to fill these in before I forget. For reasons. These slimies! Slimes. Sarah needs to get stronger. Luckily, she'll level up now that we finished up this fight. That's going to be at least 10 experience. Bam! She still won't be able to kill anything on her own. I mean, at least in one hit. Alright, so those are filled in. We can fill in the rest of those later. Oop. Might even do that while I'm grinding a bit. Oh, thank you. How's it going? I didn't even realize I didn't have my chat bar open. There we go. And thank you for the follow. Yeah? Hopefully it's one that you enjoyed watching. Was it this particular wizardry or was it one of the other ones? Man, I don't even know how many there were anymore. Oh, nice. Okay, so I loved the NES Wizardry games. Also, Heart of the Maelstrom on Super Nintendo. I've played the Wizardry that came out on PS3 a few years ago. Nice. I think 7 and 8 are the only ones I've never played, and I love them all. I have absolutely loved every Wizardry game I've ever played, but this one, I don't know. It's different in a really good way. Oops, my lag is bad, so I'm hitting some odd buttons here. I apologize for that. Um, this game is amazing, absolutely amazing. If you watch this video from the beginning, I do mention a an issue where it can potentially depress people. I've felt it myself. I'm hoping that watching the video disconnects people enough to where they don't feel the deeper connection with the story and characters to the extent that you haven't put all of the work into playing it yourself. But having played Wizardry games yourself, I'm sure it'll maybe still affect you. Awesome. I will definitely give it a go. That was that PC only? If I remember right, I found it on PC at the very least. But yeah, this story, man. This story gets you if you're not careful. But it's good. The only thing they've really mentioned so far was there was this big flash, and it's changed everything. A lot of people don't remember who they are. They're looking for loved ones. They're looking for items, and sometimes they don't know who or what it is they lost. And the realization, finding out what all happened, is kind of heartbreaking. Especially being it's got this meta aspect where it's connected to something in a way, to something real life, and I think that's part of what kind of gets people. Oh, so that's the Wizardry Gold. I remember people talking about Wizardry Gold, and there again, it was one I really wanted to play. So that was another name for 7 then. Okay. I will definitely give that a look. Thank you very much. Ooh, with Elric dead, I should probably head back. Okay. Oh, I mean, to be fair, anything on Windows 95 isn't gonna look super great. Granted, this was 2001. Came out about the same time as Final Fantasy X. Um, I mean, to the same extent, one could technically argue that a lot of original PlayStation games didn't age well, but at the same time, we do know that plenty of them did. I mean, people still love original. Oh man, still love the original Final Fantasy VII. Um, Granted, it just recently got a remake, but be kind of hard pressed to find somebody who says that didn't age well. Okay, now I'm definitely using a transfer potion. Okay, I mean it's a good one. Ooh. I definitely, even if you watch all the videos of this, I'd still recommend um, checking it out sometime. It's PS2. In fact, I just got the PS2. I tried so hard to figure out how to get the PS2 set up to where I could stream it, and finally figured it out today. Still had issues with getting the mic working too. I can't do YouTube videos with this current setup, but I can do Twitch, so I'm on it. Oh, this lag's gonna drive me a little nuts though. Oh, that takes a lot longer than I remember it taking. Alright, let's heal everybody. That is absolutely wonderful. And I think that's one of the things that this game really expands on, because at the end of the first floor, I don't want to give too many spoilers, but they add an aspect to the Wizardry games where the characters absolutely like grow in strength and ability by having others in the party. It's I was actually thinking of wrapping up, but yeah, I kind of really want to show that off because it's really cool. Um, yeah, I'm going for it. I want to show this. It was what, because like I said, I always loved the Wizardry series, but this one was just far beyond any Wizardry game I ever played. That's that's a tough one. I okay, so if you go through with just one character, you gain a lot of experience and it can be very helpful that way. Okay. Yeah, I mean, I don't know if you can go through the whole game. You do mean with only one character, right? Because I don't think you could do that in this game. But there's so much interaction between characters, so long as they're not, human made characters, the NPC type characters like Kyo, Ricardo, and Sarah. I keep to the ones that the game gives you because of all the extra interaction that makes the game so much more in depth. Okay, yeah. Uh, See, I don't think you could in this one. But you'd miss out on so much by doing it in this game anyway, just because all the characters give you they give you so much. Um, it'd be kind of a shame to miss out on any of it. Well, I mean, maybe beginning of the game it wouldn't be so terrible to miss out some of the dialogue, but later in the game when you're getting just absolutely gut punched every 5 seconds, it kind of is nice having all the extra interaction because it shows you different aspects of what you're going through. And oh no, people hate me now because I accidentally attacked friendly monsters. Um, okay, yeah. And even if you didn't get a lot of extra dialogue from full parties in this one, I think it'd still kind of be a little more fun to do the full party thing just because of. And maybe this wasn't the first game to do it. Maybe it was. But they have these things called allied actions where, like, what I'm strike thing from Chrono Trigger, where they're gonna attack together, which I think for a Wizardry game is really cool because Wizardry's always been one character, one action, that's it. In this one, you can do combination attack with another character and who they are attacking. You can do charged spells that way. Um, you can do like magic swords. Like Sarah could enchant Elric's with a sword and really just crazy damage these people. Right? Yeah. No. And it's so fun. Like Wizardry games are fun in general anyway, but you add in these allied actions and it's like it's Wizardry but like, overpowered in a really cool way. I mean, it's weird saying it's overpowered because it's still a royal pain getting through the whole labyrinth. It wouldn't be fun if you were constantly just one hitting every party. There's times where you'll run into enemies of like 10 or more enemies in one battle. And actually, I'll show you a fair bit of that by the end of this video. Because that's one of the allied actions, is he teaches you... I'm getting ahead of myself, and slight spoiler there. Somebody teaches you how to do these allied actions. And one of them teaches you how to get your whole group to like be set up safely to attack a massive group of enemies. I think my only actual complaint about this game is still load times, but there again, any PlayStation game has got those long load times. Still worth it. Alright, we're about halfway there, I think. Yeah, I've got enough stamina to get through here. Okay, so, it actually stops me to tell me. Wait up a second. Since this is your first time in the labyrinth, let me tell you. Take a look here. Pointing to the wall ahead. Okay, so that's a breakable wall. You can actually run through them in this one. You see that cracked wall ahead? It's a strange kind of wall. No matter how many times it gets wrecked, it mends itself. Nobody knows why this happens. It's one of the many odd things that occurs in the labyrinth. This kind of wall exists everywhere in the labyrinth. Don't worry, it's easy to break. All you have to do is run through. Now let's go. There's actually one point, I believe in level 2, where it's kind of a pain that you have these breakable walls. Because you have to break a wall, leave the area, and come back from a different angle. And if you don't, you're kind of stuck. And you have to start all over again. But there again, one of the nice things about Wizardry is those times where you have to stop and actually think about something instead of just fighting through everything. There we go. I remember Heart of the Maelstrom trying to get past the wasn't the Laughing Kettle. Which one was that? The Mad Stomper? Oh, I don't remember. One of them took me a while to figure out what I was supposed to do because, like, almost everything you do causes you to end up in a fight. And in Wizardry games, you don't always want to fight everybody. But figuring out how to resolve things peacefully can be a pain. Ooh. Oh man, there's a battle in this too. I won't be able to get to the battle I'm thinking of right now tonight, but right, yeah, no, and that's why I always find it such a shame that people they'll say they're really into RPGs and dungeon crawlers and all that, and have never played a Wizardry game. Like, you don't know what you're missing. Like, they're they're amazing. Like, try them out. Just at least for the understanding the different aspects and things that these other games could be doing. But yeah, there's a super awesome battle that'll have to happen next video. It's it the music is intense. The visuals of the monster. Oh, Barfo, be careful. Barfo's a real meanie. She'll hold a grudge against you even if your eyes just meet. Damn it. He gotta kick your butt. It's Virgo. It's Virgo. She's here. It's Barfo. Costa ran for cover and hid behind your party. Geez, how rude. How dare you talk like that to someone who saved your life? I had no idea that an overgrown pig like yourself had no manners. I's not a pig. I's Costa. Oh, really? Thanks for your useless information. Grr, you're making me angry. Besides, you've never saved my life, Barfo. Ooh, gotta be careful on that. Geez, what is the world coming to? I wonder, who's the one who saved you at the fountain on the 5th floor? Was it a god? Or a goddess? I's getting peed off. Costa was falling into the fountain. What did you do, Barfo? You've just cast a spell to freeze the fountain. Costa almost died from hitting my head on the frozen fountain. Geez, you're such a pain in the... Who cares about that? How long are you going to hide behind them? I've gone out of my way just to get here, so why don't you just get your green butt out here? I've nothing to talk about. Poor thing, you're breathing hard. Yeah, I need to stop cheesing it, though. Poor thing, you're breathing hard. Now get your toad butt back out here before I eat you for breakfast. You really want to piss me off, don't you? The air is filled with tension. Virgo's eyes have a deadly glare. You can barely breathe from the tension in the air. I have no choice. Costa, with his shoulders drooped, tries to step forward. Ah. Stop, Costa. Elric's party stood up and faced Virgo to protect Costa. How brave of you guys. I guess I should commend your foolish valor. But I am insulted. For you to think that you weaklings can beat me. A chilling breeze signals death in the air. Costa jumps forward. I appreciate you's feelings. But don't worry about me. Just go see the Master Swordsman and learn the allied actions. Understand? No fighting? I'm disappointed. But that's a wise choice. There's no need to worry. I'm not going to kick anybody's butt. I have some business to take care of with his master. I just can't stand him going off to the bottom floor of the labyrinth without telling me. I wouldn't be able to stand it if he were to keep the treasures for himself. She pisses me off. Why is she acting so big? Calm down right now. Not even the evil gods would mess with Virgo. We'd better learn those allied actions that Costa was talking about in order to stand a chance. She's probably headed towards the location of that swordsman. I guess she's heading in the same direction we are. I was impressed that you stood up for him. If you didn't, I would have been disappointed in you. Same here. She might have been a little tough for you, but maybe that mindset is needed in a trustworthy leader. Aw, they like me. Whoop. Darn lag. Forgot what I was talking about before all that. I'm sorry. Oh, right. That crazy battle. There's a crazy battle near the end of the second floor. And it is something you don't want to miss. So yeah, I won't be able to get to it in this video. I'll try to make sure everything's like set for my characters to be able to make it through in the second video. So if you really haven't seen anything about this game, you probably want to check that out. To me, that was when I was really, really like set on finishing the game. Was this one particular battle? The thing looks awesome. Fighting it is really chilling. Correct. The player-built character doesn't have any dialogue, and yet is definitely the most important character in the game. Oh man, I'm trying to think of how to word things without giving spoilers, because the spoilers are intense. That's part of where, like, it can actually be pretty depressing as you continue through the game, finding out what's going on with everybody and everything. Somebody help me. You can hear somebody groan from the other side of the door. Yeah, I'll go in. Oh man, yeah, like it's phenomenal. I don't think I've ever witnessed a game that really does everything that this particular game does. It's a real shame that it wasn't as popular as it should have been. I need help. He looked pale. I'm gonna have to. Can I? I can't. Barely able to stand, he spoke with his last bit of energy. But my body, it won't move. Let me take a look at your wounds. Took his pulse and examined the color of his tongue and eyes. The gashes aren't that deep, but it looks like he was poisoned. He's weakened quite a bit. It's too dangerous to move him right now. If only I was in town. I had the bartender of the tavern hold on to my antidote just in case I needed it later. Can I go back to town for it? I just can't leave him here. Yep. Ulrich's response has given Sarah a good impression, which increases trust, which makes the game a little bit easier. Thank you. I was hoping to hear those words. Everything matters in this game. It's awesome. I'll be going to town alone. I can't abandon him, and since I have a transfer potion, I can be back here in no time. I'm sorry for not telling you guys about this. I didn't mean to hide it from you guys. She's actually a really good character, so that was not meant to have you thinking she's not trustworthy. That too. Yeah. If your healer's not happy with you, you're gonna have a bad time. I guess I made it. Wait here while I give him the antidote. She approached the warrior. She lifted his head and gave him the antidote and healing potion as he laid on the ground. The effects were immediate. The effect was immediate. The pale skin started to look healthier already. He says he'd like to show his gratitude. Sorry for the trouble. I was a fool. I thought I could get through the labyrinth without anybody's help. And look what happened. I guess I have to be thankful that I'm still alive. I'll try again after I'm better. But next time, I'm going to come back with trustworthy comrades like yourselves. I don't have much to offer, but I'd like you to have this. Warrior pulled out a magic stone. Oh, thank you. It was a shiny stone called something stone. I can't read because of the chat, but it's awesome. No worries. It can call upon the secret power of thunder. Oh, okay, so it's a teal spell. I was intending to sell it to a sorcerer. I'd rather have you use it. Well then, thank you for your kindness. Yeah, this particular Wizardry game has undead enemies. The only way to kill these particular undead enemies is with magic spells. So magic spells are absolutely godlike in this game, because even the weakest undead enemies cannot be killed without magic. Warrior dragged his feet as he left. Trustworthy comrades. I hope we will achieve that kind of relationship. In any case, I do have a better opinion of you now. You got a teal stone. Huzzah! Oh, might as well grab this one here. Open. Oh, hey, a charm. That's probably a sculpture charm. Yeah, I've not seen another Wizardry game that has that. Which, to be honest, part of me is really happy about, because it gets to be a royal pain sometimes. But at the same time, the fact that they tried to make sure it wasn't just another Wizardry game when they already had 6, 7 of them out already, I really appreciate the fact they really tried to keep it different. As much as I love all Wizardry games, it's always nice to have something a little changed up. I don't think anything goes too far. I mean, everything still felt really balanced. Everything still, feels like a Wizardry game. We're here! Oh, the second time through here is pretty crazy, too. Whoops! No, I didn't mean to do that! Stupid lag. It's the swordsman! So looks like Elric. You finally made it. The swordsman glared at your party. Ah, quite impressive. I can feel trust growing within your party. I'm impressed with the amount of trust that has already grown in such a short period of time. You've done well with your comrades. You should be able to master the techniques without any problems. The technique I'm about to teach you is called an allied action. Its power does not originate from supernatural powers. Its strength comes from the power of trust, which can accumulate to something of enormous proportions. The power of 2 who trust each other greatly exceeds the power of 10 individual warriors who lack it. We do not have much time. Our lesson will be brief. Are you ready? Yes, I'm prepared. I wish to ask you, what would you do if an enemy were to attack swiftly? Would you avoid the attack? You would only be able to do that if you were a superior ninja who can move like the wind. Then, would you endure the attack? Even if you wore the strongest of all existent armor, that armor would be useless if your enemy had poison on his blade. Then what would you do? That would be easy. You just need to halt your enemy before his attack. One of your comrades in the back row can use a throwing weapon to stop the enemy. This is the restrict shot. You should test it. Oh, I will be using it very frequently throughout the game, actually. Ugh. I forgot they throw a samurai in at you with this. Oh, it's painful. Many apologies. I've got to clear the chat so I could read what I'm doing. Okay, allied action, assisted. Not so you can't talk. Absolutely feel free to keep talking. Okay, restrict shot. I am going to protect Kyo and Elric. Then I'm going to have my front three people attack. Okay. Stopped his attack completely with that. I love it. So this guy can critical hit you, like kill you one hit very easily. At least at the beginning of the game. Yeah, with the allied actions, it's really difficult to navigate some of the stuff when you're needing to jump around a bit. Hey, got lucky again. I love it. 2 rounds and have not been officially attacked by the enemy. Like, that's... He's probably going to attack Ricardo now that I mean, 3 times in a row would be a little intense. Oh, nice! Haha! Level 3 Samurai. Killed him without him never doing a single bit of damage. I love these allied actions. You mastered the restrict shot. Swordsman recites magic words. Your HP is completely recovered. Your MP has completely recovered. Your PP has completely recovered. Now on to the next one. Think of a battle as mass confusion. It is a battle of chaotic individuals fighting for chivalry. This can also be taken care of with an allied action. If you don't know how to avoid a rush, a simultaneous enemy attack, you may as well be minced meat. And you ask how that may be possible? Your strength is vital here. Your front row will form a solid wall, not only to diminish damage from the attack, but to break down their rush. This is called the front guard. There we go. So, that's what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 14 enemies in one battle. Front guard. Ooh, you know what? Let's Barrett's one of these guys. Now this would do, I think, about 28 damage if I didn't use front guard. So while these might seem a bit overpowered, at least to a certain degree, the fact that you don't know what they're going to do every time balances it out. Like, they didn't rush this time. My front guard was pretty useless. Granted, I'm still protected from a lot of different status ailments, but they're orcs. They're not poisoning me or anything like that. No paralyzation. Kind of wasted turn to some extent that way. But that's fine. We got some back row people running away there again. That's good. We're going to front guard again because we don't know what these guys are going to do. There we go. Right judgment. This time I'd say they'd probably do about 20 damage if I didn't use front guard. I mean, either way, I'd be dead. We're gonna risk it this time. We'll restrict shot. Please. Still don't know what's up with those fours on their shields. This is a tough one. I think I'm gonna risk it again. Yep. Luckily, this would probably do 5 damage? 5 to 7. Oof. 15 to Ricardo, though. I had a friend that used to get really upset that I'd be able to call the amount of damage that anything would be able to do. It's like, no, man, I've played it way too much, is all. It's nothing to be impressed by. You've mastered the front guard. Swordsman recites magic words. I think it looks really cool with that blue tint. Yeah. Like maybe too brutal. The last one that I'm going to teach you is the first one that I learned. An experienced warrior can avoid just about any any single blow, no matter how fast the attack. But there's almost no man who can dodge 2 simultaneous blows. Hot. 2 of you in the front row will raid the enemy for an instant attack. This is called the double slash, or X strike in Chrono Trigger. It's a basic but deadly technique. I've finally found you. You pig crap. I went for nothing. I thought he was supposed to be visiting a grave on the 4th floor. And why is that person who's supposed to be there right here? Sorry, I just realized what she's talking about, and it kind of got me a moment. Forgetting about that for now. Oh. And why is that person who's supposed to be there right here? Virgo appeared before you as if... Oh. Sorry, I've got Costa appeared before you as if he was hurled by Virgo. Master, I'm sorry. I couldn't fool her. Costa scurried behind the swordsman. Hey, handsome, so I hear you went all the way. Won't you tell poor little me how to get down there? You shouldn't go. Huh? What are you saying? It's for your own good. If you really want to do good, just tell me how to get there. I can't do that. Some things do not need to be revealed for some people's own good. He's not kidding. Okay, I understand. Hey, hey, you guys, gather around. I guess his plan is to keep those treasures all to himself. What? You scumbag. Don't mess with us, man. Listen up, you guys. We'll just have to make him spit it out by kicking his butt. Perfect timing. A perfect opponent has been presented as your final lesson. If you can defeat Virgo, you should be able to lead your party on the adventure through the labyrinth. You should be able to defeat her if you effectively use the allied actions I have taught you. Just trust yourselves. Shut up already. You guys are gonna fight me? I let you guys slide last time, but not this time. Excuse me, but I think we need to... Shut up. It's all about spirit. Save the complaints and excuses for later. Is it okay that there are not enough of us to do a rush? Geez, you talk too much. You're gonna get in trouble again. So, they're at least nice enough to let you know don't really bother with the front guard. Oh, man. But we are... Shoot. Can I... There we go. Okay, because these kobolds will die pretty easily, and I can't really do much to Virgo in the back row just yet. But she's going to cast a spell because she's in the back row, and that could really screw you up. Krata. That's not too bad. Alright, now she has the potential to attack, though not super likely. We're going to allied action, double slash. Ooh. We're going to do that. We're going to have Kyo double slash. We're going to feel Ricardo. Don't hit Ricardo. Oh. Oh, nice, it missed. That was a temporary paralyzation spell. It doesn't always hit, but when it does, it kind of get frustrating. She's out of priest spells. So, we're going... Oh, right. Okay, later on in the game, you're able to do more than one allied action at a time. So I went back thinking I could do a restrict shot also. But I cannot. The added attack damage, though, and accuracy from double slash there is just a little too effective to pass up. But luckily, she did not cast another spell. Her spells can... Oh, nice! I won! Usually she at least takes one person down. There again, her spells are usually really brutal. They can really mess up that fight. You have mastered the double slash. Jeez. Why aren't you guys rushing? That's what I was trying to say. We don't have enough... What are you whining about? I don't want to hear your excuses. Okay, I'm sorry. We'll be careful from now on, then hurry up and leave. I really won't let you slide next time. I'll be expecting plenty of gratitude for this on our next meeting. Wow, you just got rid of Barfo. Oh yeah, like, and there's so much to it. Like, this is just beginning stuff. They're really just teaching you potential at the moment. Like, it's just potential they're showing you. It gets so crazy. I respect you. Costa, spread the word about them to other fellow adventurers. They will hear about their skills and will want to join them. I understand. I's going to town now. I can at last depart you. I would fight for you, but I cannot anymore. The evil that lurks in this town has torn my body and soul to pieces. Yeah, yeah, dude, like, I don't, like, the further you get into the game, you dread fighting because it feels empty. Like, you could be doing a lot more. Fighting is, it's just so, it feels so weak that, that you kind of cringe having to say just normal fight. it's it's awesome though. I love it. It's so different. There again, not that I've got a problem with other Wizardry games. I would have never played this one if I didn't love other Wizardry games. The swordsman's voice sounded faint. The shadow of death was approaching quickly, so quickly that he had trouble supporting his posture. Elric, head into the dark labyrinth. There again, I never told him my name. He sure seems to know a lot. Your order is to find the truth that lies in that darkness. You have the abilities to do so. You are the chosen one, to be the leader of your party. Swordsman gradually fades away into thin air. You must remember that you are not fighting alone. Your strength will increase with the trust of your comrades. But if that trust is lost, you will vanish into the darkness of the labyrinth. Okay, so what you missed earlier is you start out talking to this guy, and he knows you right off the bat, even though you don't know yourself. And like this whole thing with him, after you finish the game and you're seeing this is like happy and heartbreaking at the same time. Whereas like without it, you're reading this and like, okay, he's saying, keep your friends around. Like, it's so amazing. His voice was despairing and, no, I'm sorry. I gotta. His voice was despairing and hollow, as if coming from far away. I was a happy man. I had friends. I had loved ones. I understand now as I die. Even the worst of hardships and tragedies did not ruin me. At this moment, all of those ordeals are fond memories. The bell has just struck. It is the calling to my funeral. I'm sorry, I really need to grab a drink super quick. They're not that far away. Please forgive me. I'll be back in just a few seconds. Oh yeah, that's tremendously better. Many apologies once again. I really needed that drink. It is the calling to my funeral. I have yet to see if I will be going to heaven or hell. Poor guy. Yay! You've developed a party rank. You've obtained the following AAs, Allied Actions. Flee together, invert rows, front guard, restrict shot, and double slash. Oop. So more trust within a party leads to even more strength, huh? I was told long ago that trust is useless. When I'm with you guys, I realize that is wrong. I feel like this is the team where I belong. Just like that swordsman said, you're the leader from now on. I'll be relying on you. The quest for Ricardo is over. I accept the swordsman's belief of risking one's own life. He sacrificed his life to execute his duties, and without fear of death, he taught us new techniques. His spirit was trained to be as solid as steel. No matter how much I trained, I would never get close to being like him. Kyo had a solemn look. The thought of death ran painfully in his mind. As long as I don't give up, I know I can get close to being like that swordsman. Sorry, Elric, I may be a nuisance, but please bear with me. The quest for Kyo is over. Sarah let out a sigh. Being in a new team is like wearing new clothes. It's hard to get used to, but I think we'll get along just fine, and I may not hate the labyrinth as much. Although I'd rather not be in such an eerie place. Only if the royal family would put more effort in restoring the town. In order to have non-profit shelters built, I need to polish up on my skills and gain more experience. Although our goals may be different, I hope we can cooperate. Now a brief lesson on trust. Trust represents the strength of the bond between you and your comrades. Your comrades may be dissatisfied with their lack of trust, and vice versa. If you want to know more about your comrades want to know how your comrades feel about you, view their status. The meter in the upper right of the screen will indicate trust. Your party rank is bleh. You have plenty of potential in qualifying as a respected leader, but be careful of becoming too arrogant. Your true worth will be tested starting here. Good luck. It's about, oh no! About where my trust meter usually is when I get to this point. I'm gonna sidestep over here. Oh, that's why. I didn't want to get back attacked by the monsters. Oh, a fairy. They tend to have magic that scares me. Well, let's go ahead and try to double slash. Get her out of here. Oh, he did not restore my MP that last time. Well, hey, I'll take it. Nice. So the flashing bit is also a critical hit, much like the one just done to Elric. But the flashing one is an instant death critical hit, and otherwise you got just a regular critical hit that just does more damage than a regular one. Did you ever play Bard's Tale on NES? I realized there was multiple Bard's Tale games, but my particular favorite was the NES one. A fairy ninja, huh? Sounds interesting. Something I'll aim for when I get around to Wizardry 7. It was really good. I never finished it. There comes a point, like I was in the last area of the game, at least I think it was the last area. Manger's Tower. I might not be pronouncing that right, but that's why I always said it. So it's in my head as Manger. And in Manger's Tower, I could get to a certain point, but I was lucky to get what I'm guessing is maybe halfway through it, and just completely overpowered. But it's still fun, at least getting to that point. Bard's Tale on PS2 is a very different game. Carrie Elwes does the voice of the Bard in that one. Very funny, extremely inappropriate. but was also released on Vita and PS4. Uh, not a bad one to pick up sometime, but Bard's Tale on NES was very much like a Wizardry game, like in every way, but maybe slightly more pencil and paper style, looking more like D&D. I don't know how to put it, but it was fun. All right, he wants to verify my pass, but I don't have one. So he's telling me I just need to go back to Chief of the Queen's Guards and get a pass and come back. Oh, but nobody was in the room. Newcomers, eh? Unfortunately, Sir Ledua, the chief guard, has gone into the labyrinth. He shall not be returning for some time due to an investigation of an abnormal occurrence of the undead. It would be of no use to head to the Imperial quarters. I will be reprimanded by Sir Ledua if I were to allow newcomers to die. It would be best for you to return to town first and come back later. Sorry, when it glows, I feel like I'm got to be stupid about it. Sir Ledua should be returning by the time you have rested and are ready for a fresh start in the labyrinth. Is that understood? Yes. We shall meet after you have obtained your pass. Return to town, and after you have rested, you are to go to the Imperial quarters. The elf warrior left as he waved his hand, with all 5 fingers up, not just one. Okay, I'm going to come up here, hopefully set something else in motion here so I don't have to make extra trips here later. And there again, I'm going to do some grinding off camera, because I think it'd help the flow of everything go better. What? Can I not? Oh. Right on. I mean, I love it. I do. Um, but I can also see where it's not a game that everybody would love. I'll give it that. But, I don't know. I think anybody who really gives it a shot isn't overly disappointed in it. Huh? That's odd. I don't remember what to do. I think with him, you leave? Hobbit Thief was so busy that with what he was doing that you decided to leave him. Okay, he didn't stop me, so I have to come back later to talk to him. Uh-oh. I'm gonna be stupid and double slash him instead, knowing full well that he could one-hit kill any party member he wants. Oh crap, he survived it. Please survive it. Whew. Alright, he's temporarily paralyzed. Right, she doesn't have any of her spells left at the moment. Please kill him. Please, 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 please. Thank you. Sarah. I forgot that song existed until I saw her name earlier. Kyo should still have some spells, right? Yeah. Save Elric. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Alright. Next time I'm here, I'm going to be running like hell to get out as quickly as possible. So, I'm going to take this time to fill in the map that little tiny bit. That's going to be good enough for now, I say, and then keep working at it a little bit longer. You'll see why. Very, very different, but awesome. Alright, scary room is mapped out. Yep, found a monster. Here's a pretty standard one, eh? Let's just do that. Standard attack, wizardry attack for a wizardry enemy group. Yeah, like I I remember doing that, but like I can't imagine doing that nowadays. Nowadays, I don't think I'd really have the patience, but at the same time, I know I'd do it. Or find them online just because they'd have to be there anyway. But yeah, man, it is so unbelievably useful. Ah, another cat lady. Oof. Oofed. Something thumped hard into a boy who appeared out of nowhere. Right? I remember that too. It was worth its weight in gold. And then some. I guess paper isn't all that heavy. So definitely worth more than its weight in gold. That hurt. The boy, probably a thief, started to tear up because the collision was so hard. Oh my, how terrible. The goods are all over the place. The girl bishop ignored the... I can't read it. Stared sadly at the scattered longswords. Oh, I remember this bit. Okay, so this kind of cool. I remember in a lot of wizardry games, like you get cursed or feared. You get the fear attribute, and you don't really like. I always remember thinking, okay, so he's afraid of stuff. Like they're warriors, they're gonna get over it, right? And it never made sense to me that they're suddenly afraid of things. Whereas here, they actually kind of do it in a way where you kind of get it. Or at least I was like, oh, hey, that's cool. Now it makes sense why they'd maybe be a bit more afraid, even though they're hardened warriors. A young warrior noticed this and started collecting the swords. They're okay, no damage done. We'll still be able to deliver them. The warrior grinned at you in response to your puzzled look. We'd rather go on with our business, but that old man Ladua ain't around. We're just killing some time till he pops back in. We need to deliver these to Vigor's shop. That place is low on stock on a bunch of things ever since the Flash. They're even low on basic stuff like longswords. We've heard that everything they sell are things that adventurers have brought in. The reality is, everybody keeps all the good stuff for themselves, so all the leftover crap gets brought in. If you've got some spare stuff, like weapons and armor, you should go sell them at the shop. Then they'll be displayed at the shop. You'll get some decent money for selling them, you know. Are you done talking now? The girl bishop yawned out of boredom. The warrior noticed her and nodded abruptly. Oh, phew. I was about to fall asleep. Oof. Rough. I want to go home now. The girl bishop started walking hurriedly. Hey, hey, come on, let's go. The warrior grabbed the teary-eyed boy and rushed to catch up to the girl bishop. You are ready to leave the area also. At that instant, you see a sword out of the corner of your eye. The warrior must have forgotten to pick it up. It looks like a long sword. Now for a brief lesson on items. Most items found in the labyrinth have not been appraised. Those items will be displayed as question mark sword and question mark sealed, etc. Once you equip these types of items, they will be considered appraised, but misfortune will fall upon a person equipped with a cursed item. Appraisals can be done by a bishop or at the shop. Just as you were thinking of what to do with the sword in hand, the trio came back. Hey, give that back. How dare you rip us off on top of bumping into me? After taking the sword away from you, the boy handed it to the girl with a big smile. See, I told you we'd find it. There's nothing to worry about as long as you leave it to the man. The girl bishop showed an impartial smile and looked down at the sword. Darn, this hasn't been appraised yet. We're not going to be able to sell this for a good price. The girl bishop closed her eyes and started concentrating. It looks like she's appraising it. Oh gosh, this is a cursed item. If I'd unknowingly equipped myself with this, it would have been... Her big round eyes opened even wider as she looked at the warrior and the boy thief. Oh no. Oh no. Huh? Why are there zombies here? What gross-looking faces. The warrior and boy looked at each other and took a step towards the girl. She was trembling in fear and stepped back. No, get away from me. The girl bishop let out a scream and started running. She abandoned the sword that was in her hand. The warrior and boy were confused, but they finally figured out what had happened and rushed after the girl. The abandoned sword and Elric's party were left behind. Be careful when you appraise a cursed item. The girl bishop was cursed with fear. A cursed item can be appraised, but when its curse is too strong, your status can become fear sometimes. The status of fear is not limited to only the appraiser. Other members of your party can be affected also. If you want to play it safe, get your item appraised at the shop. You picked up the sword hesitantly. You got the betraying sword. I like that, because before it's like, yeah. Yeah, I can see that. Yeah, because I used to think, like, why are they so afraid? But yeah, like, actually going into what she's seeing and why she's afraid just made so much sense. Like, oh, hey, I get that. Like, it's something that makes them afraid of whatever. Yeah. God, that was a pain. Taught me patience, it did. At least to some extent. Oh, right, this is locked because dude was guarding that button. Man. Do I have... Transfer potion. Town. It's Rui! A freshly made magic stone is just so pretty. Female thief Rui was gazing at a beautiful magic stone. Yes, I'll talk to her. She turned around when you spoke. Oh, we meet again, huh? So how's it going? I'm doing pretty good, see? I just got a new magic stone. She showed off the magic stone she was carrying. Magic stones are important to adventurers. I mean, we can't use spells without them. Even sorcerers like combining materials. Correct. A bit material too, and pixie wings or turning stones back into material